Hey there, been a little while since my last review on account of reasons. I've been trying to play this game to completion a few times before saying anything about it. At 148 hours in, I decided it was time to take the plunge. That aside, here goes. Were you aghast when launching the first Total War Warhammer 1 Total Campaign to find its limited size to be more reflective of a game called Medium War rather than Total? Do you enjoy laboriously clicking speed up turn every single turn, or else watch the AI faction take their turn? With the largest faction, looking at you dwarfs, feeling like it takes 10 minutes. Do you enjoy having to spend roughly 130 quid on a game to get the full experience? Then Total War Warhammer 2, even more hammers, and a more total form of war, might be the My Childhood Daydream simulator for you. That said, get out of my mind. I've played the Eye of the Vortex campaign. The Total War 2 campaign is probably the most I've enjoyed a narrative-esque campaign in a Total War game for a while. The good but smaller than expected experience of Total War 1's grand campaign, and the often non-event that Chaosware is replaced with all of the races competing to perform rituals with large armies spawned to prevent you from performing yours. I had a blast with the Vortex campaign, but I've been dreaming of the combined Mortal Empires components since well before Total War Warhammer, All the Hammers, and Total War was a thing. So as soon as the patch landed that combined both games, I dropped everything and commenced some large-scale lizarding. The Mortal Empires campaign is vast and wonderful. The game is now what I expected it to be when it first came out. A huge, sprawling, multi-continent, many-factioned, massive mess. Not being able to colonize large swathes of the world has been replaced by suffering a penalty outside of your faction's optimal environments, allowing huge kingdoms once more. Each faction seems to have at least 2 warlords, with the expectation of more to come in DLC form. We now have so many factions, the hardest part might be picking a race to play as. I should mention, you get the multiplayer and all the historic and custom battles as usual, so don't worry if that's your thing. But the biggest talking point for me with the newer game is the awesome campaign map. The epic scaled map finally doing the scale and diversity of the fantasy world the justice it deserves. The game's diversity is immense. The Warhammer world is an amazing place to set a Total War game, without question. If I had to point out a fault, then it might inevitably be balance. Playing as dwarfs or high elves just feels easier. All the good things about the first game remain, and are the same or enhanced. In the new patch I've been playing, Chaos are a very real threat. The game looks good, plays great, and finally provides the experience I expected when I first heard rumours about the first Total War being developed. As a fan of the Warhammer world before Games Workshop broke it, just to make suing people over IP easier, I couldn't ask for more. In an ideal world it would have been cheaper, but I'd sooner the devs eat well and craft the game with love than have made a product less clearly made with care and research to the nines. For anyone prepared to spend the money, I would recommend. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, do some YouTubey things to prove it.